It's a new season of Marvel Rivals, and I think it's looking fantastic. After a little stopgap with Season 0, Season 1 is providing content with a capital C. It should be noted that this is not the cadence of content we should expect for future seasons, and should be seen as a one-off, since the devs have stated that seasons going forward will be approximately half of what we've got here. Regardless, there's a lot to get through: new characters, maps, team-ups, battle pass and cosmetics. A lot to marvel at, if you will. But before I forsake my puns, as always, if comic book games content is what you're after, news, reviews, guides, streams, the full shebang, consider subscribing. It's what we cover here. With that said, let's give you the complete guide to Season 1 of Marvel Rivals. As always, I'll leave timestamps in the description to get you where you need to be. We'll start with the new characters of Season 1, which is where I'm personally most excited, arriving at the Fantastic Four. 2 at launch and 2 mid-season. Judging from this, it seems like the cadence going forward for future seasons should be a new character at launch and a second character halfway through, but let's see. Right now at launch sees the introduction of Mr. Fantastic and Sue Storm, aka Invisible Woman. Mr. Fantastic is a duelist, but I like his introduction here because he's more of a cross between a duelist and a vanguard, in a bit of a similar fashion I would argue to Wolverine. He can grant himself extra health like many vanguards can, and also reflect projectile attacks. So far in a few matches with him, he's a lot of fun, simple to use but has a lot of different uses for different scenarios that can really get the best out of him. His partner Invisible Woman also joins the fray, but as a strategist. She's given a difficulty rating of 4 stars compared to Mr. Fantastic's 3, and yeah, I feel that's about right. Her heals require quite a lot of precision other than the shield that she can place around teammates, and has a lot of adjustment abilities that can push or pull enemies away. She's a lot of fun also. Of course, as you'd expect, Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman do have a team-up ability, and this season it gives Invisible Woman a 15% healing bonus, but Mr. Fantastic gains the ability to heal himself over time using the team-up ability button for any health that he's missing. We don't have any official details on when exactly Johnny or the Thing are joining, other than that we can expect them to arrive during the season. Likely having Johnny as another duelist and the Thing as a vanguard. I'll have more to say on the new characters in an impressions video, but so far, so good. Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman are the only new team up to be added so far in Season 1, though I'm sure that'll expand as we add the other members of the Fantastic Four. The addition of 4 characters will bring the total roster of heroes to 37, which is crazy. God bless the balanced team, because that's a hell of a task. Another 2 duelists won't do much to stop the mismatch of games just having everyone wanting to be duelists, but at least Mr. Fantastic is part Vanguard too. This is one reason why I'm glad that we're not doing role queuing where it's 2-2-2. These kind of characters with these kind of tool sets allow experimentation, and I do think that's where one of Marvel's strong suits is. That said, I do hope that big names down the line do fit into the Vanguard or strategist roles like Gwen, Silver Surfer, Thanos, or even Doom himself slot into those roles to encourage people who go 0 and 8 in DPS to play something more suited to them, other than uninstalling the game of course. I hate how toxic this game has made me. Another big aspect of the season is the addition of new maps and modes. We're heading to New York. I can only find 2 maps in the game right now. Empire of Eternal Night Midtown, which is for quick play modes, and then Empire of Eternal Night Sanctum Sanctorum for the quick play mode Doom Match. Doom Match is the new game mode here, and it acts as a free-for-all where upon completion, the top 50% of players are classified as winners. I'm not sure if I've missed map 3 somewhere, or it's coming with a flaming torch in the Thing, but yeah, that will most likely happen to give us that extra boost for when they do arrive. So far, I love these maps. Very comic book coded, and New York is just iconic for big Marvel locations. On to Season 1's Battle Pass, featuring 10 skins, which is pretty nuts, and the value of this is very, very good. It's on par with something like Fortnite really. There's 2 versions of the Battle Pass to buy, the normal for 990, or the premium for 2,100, giving you an extra 2,800 chrono tokens, and a 20% acquisition bonus to the ones that you then go and earn in challenges. I hope that when NetEase say that this is a gigantic season and it won't be like this going forward, the Battle Pass cadence does remain the same in that we do get 10 skins per Battle Pass. Once again, in Season 1, Battle Pass progression is tied to missions, both daily and what they call challenges, which is kind of bi-daily. Daily missions provide 30 chrono tokens for each one completed, expiring after 48 hours, and challenges provide 80 and then never expiring. Daily give you 4 new missions a day, challenges grant you 3 new challenges every 48 hours. There is once again a seasonal event going on. This is called Midnight Features and is set to last for 30 days. Given this season will be 3 months, I'm not sure if there's going to be an event every month or just a random rollout of events, or this is the only event, but it's only due to last 30 days like I say. These events are completely free. They grant both units used for cosmetics in the store and chrono currency used to redeem rewards on the Battle Pass. The Midnight Features event will grant you 4 gallery cards for completing it and a Thor skin, which looks pretty sick if you ask me, as someone who is maining Thor at the minute. There are 5 events within the event, unlocking the next part of the event every 2 days. If the event was to stay at the same cadence of rewards for completing each challenge in the event, by the time the event is over, you will net 300 units and 500 chrono tokens, which, for a free event, that's pretty good if you ask me, especially alongside those gallery cards and the Thor skin as I mentioned before. Back to the Battle Pass then. There is 11 pages on the Battle Pass if you include the final event card. To unlock every cosmetic in the Battle Pass outside of the gallery cards, you will need 14,200 chrono tokens. Again, to progress through each page, you will need to have gathered a certain number of chrono tokens. Every 1,200 chrono tokens you get will grant access to the next page. These do not have to be spent, just earned. As I said in my Season 0 guide, I'm still extremely disappointed that there is no ongoing method of earning chrono tokens like playing a match or winning a match. Battle Pass progression is tuned to keep you logging in every single day, rather than the ability just to make small, incremental progression after completing the available challenges. I don't like being time gated into unlocking parts of a Battle Pass, and I don't like it being tuned so I have to either go hard at the end of a season when all the missions are out, or I'm forced to log in at least every 2 days to do all of my challenges. Something small like 5 chrono tokens for a match completed and 5 for a win is all that's needed here. This is a good video game. I don't need a time gated Battle Pass to keep me coming back and playing. If anything, it makes me dislike the system. But I think they know what they're doing here, as many other multiplayer games do. There has been a refresh of challenges and rewards pool to be able to earn more free units via achievements. There is an additional 800 units that can be earned via achievements if you're willing to tick each and every single one of them off. Additions for Mr. Fantastic, Sue Storm, the new maps, and yeah, I'm never going to moan at more ways of earning premium currency. To see these achievements and the new rewards, you just go to your profile, achievements, and then you'll see both the new added reward tracks and the new achievements for you to go out and earn. I hope that this is something that continues season to season, as I do think those veteran players who play a lot of this game should be granted stuff like this as a reward for investing so much time into the game. The 800 units here, and the assumption that the event will give us 300 units, will give us 1100 earnable units in Marvel Rivals, before there's even talk of a second seasonal event or anything like that. So that's a pretty welcome amount of free premium credits if you ask me. And that's on top of the insane value that the Battle Pass is. Though, when you see that store and the prices in it, I'm sure it balances out on the NetEase side, that's for sure. I imagine that Sue Storm skin is selling a bucket load right now, and I can't imagine why. Of course, a new season brings balance changes. 26 of the 33 characters that came with Marvel Rivals have seen some balancing updates. Some have been buffed, some have been nerfed, and some have received both a mixture of buffs and nerfs. Rather than bore the hell out of you and read them one by one, I'll give you the lowdown in terms of who's got what, and then link the patch notes for the pure detail. Though, if in future you'd like me to go through something like this, let me know, maybe I'll make a separate video on that. The heroes receiving nothing but buffs are Captain America, Thor, Black Widow, Venom, Moon Knight, Magic, Punisher, Namor, Scarlet Witch, Cloak and Dagger, Rocket Raccoon, and Storm. Those receiving nothing but nerfs are Doctor Strange, Mantis, Hulk, Hawkeye, Black Panther, Psylocke, Hela, and Luna Snow. And those receiving a mixture of the two are Wolverine, Winter Soldier, and the international superstar, the icon, Jeff the Landshark. I'm sure this will likely be reviewed throughout the season, but the detailed notes are linked in the description for you to take a look at and how your favourite hero might be affected. There has been no new items added to character proficiency other than for the new additions to the roster. For those who achieved Gold 3 or higher in competitive in Season 0, you'll be granted the promised Moon Knight skin when you first log in during Season 1, and it looks sick. For Season 1's competitive rewards, Gold 3 will reward you with an alternative Invisible Woman skin, just not the one that everyone is currently thirsting over. Speaking of store updates, so far there's just the additions of Mr. Fantastic's The Maker, which looks sick, and the Invisible Woman skin that has taken the internet by storm. Sue Storm. Of course, you'll find 10 new skins in the Battle Pass as I mentioned before. There are also going to be some Twitch drops which are granting some sprays etc, but most importantly a Galacta inspired Hela skin. I know it's Season 1 launch, but I am keen to see Season 2 in what a normal season of Marvel Rivals actually looks like, and I hope that this decision to do a big, bombastic season doesn't harm the developers down the line in players being disappointed that nothing can match Season 1. But that just about does it for this Season 1 guide. 3 new maps, 4 new heroes, 1 new mode, a fresh competitive start, a new seasonal event, new achievements granting new rewards, and 3 months of DPS players moaning that the heals suck and everyone refusing to play tank. Can't wait. I'll have some impressions out over the weekend about how I'm feeling about Season 1 and just Marvel Rivals in general. As always, if anything changes, I'll leave a pinned comment at the top covering any additional news or anything that I might have missed from the guide. But that's the complete guide for Season 1 of Marvel Rivals. Give me your first impressions, the hero that you're maining this season, and who's your dream character to come to the game later down the line. I can't wait for Miles, Silver Surfer, or Cyclops personally. Although Cosmo Man, that's an icon right there. Anyway, if this guide helped you, you can help me by dropping a like on the video. And as I said at the top, if comic book game shenanigans are what you're after, news, reviews, guides, streams, the full shebang, consider subscribing. I'd love for you to stick around. Even as you can tell by my voice, I'm starting to lose it and I'm not feeling the best right now. Otherwise, all my socials are linked down below so you can find me down there. Regardless, I hope you have a terrific day. Play games, get gains, and I'll catch you next one.